Deepika here and welcome back to my channel. And today's vlog is actually a celebration of Ganesha Chaturthi here in Leeds, UK. So we will be seeing what are the things I did to celebrate this festival here. So let's get started with the vlog. So the first thing that I did was to buy these flowers from a close by shop, and then I headed towards the Indian supermarket. I wanted to buy a few groceries and also snacks for the puja. So I actually headed to this particular market in Hyde Park and bought these grocery like coconut and some snacks for the week. And after I had finished my purchase over here, I actually headed towards Anand Sweet since it was quite late and I also had to prepare for the puja. I thought I would rather have my dinner somewhere, and this is the same as it is in India, and this is quite famous. And also the taste here in Leeds, I feel it is one of the authentic Indian food that I have tasted in all these months. So yeah, the food was quite good, but unfortunately I did not buy something that is quite like a meal. I just picked up a few chat items. That is what I have had over here. You also get thalis and other side dishes like aloo matar and paneer sabzi and things like that, but I didn't want to eat heavy, so I just bought this particular samosa chaat and I had this as my dinner, and it tasted quite good, pretty authentic as it used to be back in India. So this, in case you guys are coming to Leeds, this would be a recommended place. After I got back from the supermarket, I started with the flower arrangement first. So I had bought a bunch of bouquets that you could have seen in the beginning of the vlog. And after this, I started preparing the Ganesha. So since I do not get a proper Ganesha over here, I thought of making it myself. So I used dough, the atta, like wheat flour, or maida can be used, but I used wheat flour and turmeric to actually prepare the Ganesha. So this was quite fun and quite new to me, because usually back in India we would be buying the idol from one of the stores, or it would even be available on the road, where people are actually selling it, but it is not that easy here in the UK. So I went ahead and made it myself. Quite fun it was. In fact, in case I am able to do this in future, I surely would be more than happy to do it, because it feels completely different to actually do it yourself and actually finish the puja after you have actually made this idol. So after I had the dough knead, I had actually prepared a bit of the slurry that you can see on the screen, and a stick to have the entire structure balanced. So these are the only things that I actually was using, and I started off making the Ganesha idol. So after the base and the legs, I am applying a bit of the slurry to have the Ganesha's belly portion attached to the idol. So this is exactly what I am doing right now. Next, I'm adding the shoulder or the chest portion of the idol. So this again, I have added a bit of the slurry and then had it attached so that it sticks well, and also it is a little moist. Without the slurry and the water that I would be using to attach it, the idol would become too dry and it would crack. So I am actually having this attached here. So after the chest was attached, I had fixed the arm of Ganesha. So that is exactly what I am doing right now. And as per tradition, the left side of Ganesha, that's the left arm, would have food like either a laddu or a modak, and the right arm would actually be like it is blessing. So that is the actual tradition, which is exactly what I did. Next, I actually made the head of Ganesha and had it attached to the stick. So the head and the trunk was made and attached, and I had that particular stick that I had shown inserted and secured it with the body. So that is basically how it looks. I'm sorry that my hand is actually covering it all. So the trunk was actually cut. Usually, as per tradition, the Ganesha that can be kept in the house will have to have the trunk on the left side, because the trunk on the right side Ganesha is deemed to be very powerful and has certain ritual that has to be followed. So I had made a Ganesha that is having his trunk on the left side of the body, and also I had prepared this particular sacred thread or janvara that has to be put on. Though I did not have many things that actually is mandatory, unfortunately couldn't find here in the UK, so I just did whatever I could. The best that I could is what I have done here. So I got the trunk and the head fixed, and then got the janvara put. So this is my attempt, and it did come out well. So you will be able to see that also. So I just had a few finishing touches given before I have it placed. I finally made a peta for the Ganesha, and I had made an incision and had the eyes kept. So once this was done, the Ganesha idol was almost done, but I completely forgot to have the ears of the Ganesha kept, and also I had the tusk also attached, which I forgot to show. So this particular idol is still incomplete. I had the ears attached for these, and the next day I had got the puja done. So this I am showing the Ganesha Gauri that is usually kept as tradition. Unfortunately, I did not make a proper Gauri face, but this is just a structure of the Gauri, a representation. And also I had prepared the mouse that is, as per tradition, the vehicle or Vahana of Ganesha. So apart from this, I also had a Ganesha photo, so I kept that also right behind the idol that I made. This is along with Lakshmi and Saraswati. So the next day I had woken up and had prepared these food items like sundal and korkate, which is basically the usual tradition, and I had started off my puja. So this is how I had arranged for the puja. So I had the food that I had prepared, the fruits. I did not buy a lot of fruits. I just bought apple, and then the snacks that I had bought for the festival, and I also had already broken the coconut and I have arranged it on the table. So I am actually getting ready for the puja. So this is all that I did for Ganesha Chaturthi. I was a little worried because I had placed the camera and it was a little sort of wobbly because I placed it on the chair, which is why I turned back to see if the phone is almost gonna fall off. So after the puja at home in the evening, I headed to the temple which is in Leeds, Hyde Park. So this particular temple in Leeds, usually you do not have a lot of temple. It's just two temple that I know of, though this is the first temple I have visited. So this is basically the exterior of the temple here. So the gopuram or the shikara is actually here, but apart from that, the entire structure is built in a way to suit this part of the world, which actually is that hut form of structures. So this is the interior of the temple. You actually have a Radha Krishna statue in the middle, and apart from that, you also have other idols around like Ganesha, Dattatreya, and other idols. So there was some bhajan that was happening. So finally back from the temple, and I would actually be doing the Visarjan right now. So I'm super tired after an entire day's work of cooking and arranging and things like that. Finally the day has come to an end, though like I will have to be getting the Visarjan prepared right now. So it might take some time just sitting to get some breath, because I've been so tired since morning. So I will get everything arranged and show you the Visarjan. So that will be the end of the vlog. So let's go ahead and have the Visarjan prepared. Just before the Visarjan, I had performed the puja, and usually you will have to wait until the flame is completely gone. So, after the flame is actually gone, I had taken the Ganesha towards the window because I did not have an open space or a place that I could keep. So, I actually did the Visarjan by the window, which is the only open outlet I have. So I kept it on the window ceiling and I again performed the puja. Just before the Visarjan, you are supposed to be performing another puja at the place that you would be doing the Visarjan, and then have the process completed, which is exactly what I am doing right now. So even here, you will have to wait till the flame is completely gone, and then you would be having the Visarjan done. So the Visarjan was actually done in this particular container that you see. This is all I had, and since the idol was quite small, I had done the Visarjan inside this. So as per the procedure, it will have to be dipped thrice, and the third time it will have to be left inside, and anything that you have actually kept during the puja will have to be put inside the Visarjan container or the sea, wherever you actually have the Visarjan done. So guys, that is all for the vlog. So the Visarjan is just got over, like you guys would have just seen. So in case you have any suggestions or any feedback as such, any information that you want, do leave your feedback down below. And also in case you like this video, do consider liking this particular video. That's how the algorithm works, so that you can have the algorithm activated. And also subscribe to my channel for further notification. You can press the bell icon that is right next to the subscribe button, and also share this video as much as possible for further notifications. Do stay tuned, and until next time, stay tuned, stay safe.